IHGN Studios, it's Braves Beat.
Hello Braves, I'm Vitaly Christo.
And I'm Kelsey Rosenfeld.
Did you know that today is National Animal Cracker Day?
Oh my gosh, I didn't. How interesting. Well, we have a lot of news to cover, so let's get started. We are still celebrating Earth Month. Last week, we focused on the power of recycling and how it helps reduce waste. This week, let's focus on saving energy. Whenever you leave an empty room, make sure to turn off the lights and unplug anything that isn't in use. We, the Braves family, can make a good and small impact on our planet.
Braves Beats Reed Pontius sat down with Nathan Chamont, a youth ambassador for the Tourette's Association of America. Let's send it over to Reed.
Hello Braves, I'm Reed Pontius here today with the guest Nathan Chamont. Hey Nathan, what is your Youth Ambassador program?
So, the position I'm in, I'm a Tourette's Association of America Youth Ambassador, and in that position, I get to advocate for Tourette syndrome as well as spread awareness and tolerance for a condition that's often misunderstood. And I do this through community presentations, meetings with public officials, and also fundraisers that I plan to be doing in the future. So far, I've got to do some really exciting things, probably the highlight of which was going to Washington, D.C. this past March and going to Capitol Hill, talking with 10 different congressional offices and telling them not only my story, but also advocating for policies and funding that would help the Tourette syndrome community.
What is Tourette syndrome exactly?
So, Tourette syndrome is a neurodevelopmental condition that affects all groups, and it causes a lack of regulation or a change in how the brain sends chemical messengers. And what this causes is messages to be sent that cause involuntary motions or sounds to be made, and they're known as tics, which are not thoughts. They occur in your subconscious. Other things you may want to know about Tourette's is that there is currently no cure and that it is a lifelong condition.
What do you want viewers to know about Tourette syndrome?
So, what I want viewers to know about Tourette syndrome is that it is not a joke. And although it is portrayed in the media oftentimes as something to get laughs out of or a joke, it is not. And what many have seen possibly is Tourette's being involuntary swearing or yelling of obscenities, and in reality, this is what is known as corpolalia, which less than 10% of people have for those who have Tourette syndrome.
Well, Nathan, thank you for coming on today and advocating for Tourette syndrome.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, Nathan, for your insight. Mark your calendars for April 25th. The IHHS Spring Show is presenting The Last Dance of Dr. Disco, a one-of-a-kind murder mystery dinner show taking place at the Sue Harder Memorial Performing Arts Center. The audience also has many chances to participate during the show, so make sure you don't miss it.
I had the amazing opportunity to talk with Rich Meyer, the director of our school's custodial company, Scarlet and Gray. Roll the clip. Hello, Braves. I'm Kelsey Rosenfeld here with Rich Meyer, the director of Scarlet and Gray, a full-service commercial cleaning company that focuses on serving academic institutions throughout the greater Cincinnati area, including Indian Hill. Thank you so much for joining me today, Mr. Meyer.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first off, could you tell me more about what Scarlet and Gray is and what your job entails?
What Scarlet and Gray is, we're a full-service commercial cleaning company. Service the daily needs of schools, sporting events, things like that. Coordinate pretty much everything that goes along with school during the day.
Cool. Now, what's something about your job that would surprise us or something that we wouldn't assume that you do?
I would say it's all the behind-the-scenes things that go on, the daily coordination, sporting events, scheduling people for certain things. The daily cleaning's pretty basic. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel. We want a clean, safe learning environment for the students, faculty, staff, and community.
Now, every job has its highs and lows. So what's your definition of a good day versus a bad day on the job?
I would say a good day is a day that we're busy. There are no bad days in Indian Hill. A bad day is a busy day, but when things don't always go 100% as planned.
Yeah. Now, what's like the weirdest or most unexpected thing that you've had to clean up at a school?
I would say there's the usual gross things that I won't get into, but some different things are getting animals out of schools. You know, we remove snakes from schools. You've got a goose that's in the courtyard right now that eventually is going to have some goslings that a couple years ago when that happened, we had to shoo them out the door. Things like that, dead animals, bats, things. That's kind of unusual.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. Back to you at the news desk. Thank you so much to all of our amazing custodial staff. And remember, Braves, it is our responsibility to keep our learning spaces clean.
Get ready for the 14th annual Conquer the Hill on Saturday, April 26th. The 5K race starts at 8:30 a.m. with the Kid Fun Run at 9:30 a.m. This event is a fundraiser for the Braves Helping Braves Fund. Registration is just $25 for adults, $15 for students, and free for kids under 5. Don't miss out. Mark your calendars and join us to conquer the hill. Our spring sports teams are starting off strong. Take it away, Joe and Ernesto.
Hello, Braves. I'm Joe Batchelor.
And I'm Ernesto, here with this week's sports report.
Baseball played Madeira last Friday at Xavier University, but unfortunately lost 2-4. They bounced back the next day on Saturday, beating Roger Bacon 12-2. This week, the Braves played at Finneytown on Wednesday and Batavia at home on Thursday. Tonight, they play at Monroe, and tomorrow, they play St. X at home. We'll have all those scores next week and on the Indian Hill website.
Our boys' tennis fell short to New Albany last Friday 4-1. However, they bounced back with a victory over Madeira on Tuesday 5-0. They play Upper Arlington High School on Friday, Columbus Academy and Bexley High School on Saturday. We will get those results to you next week.
Our boys' volleyball team beat Middletown Christian 3-0 on Monday, and on Tuesday beat Finneytown 3-0 as well. They played Taylor this Thursday, but we won't have those scores until next week.
Last Friday, our boys lacrosse played Bellbrook at Indian Hill and unfortunately lost 9-5. They also played Wyoming this Wednesday. We will get the scores to you next week. They play CHCA tonight at 7 p.m. at CHCA. Go support our boys lacrosse. Moving to our girls lacrosse, last week they beat Madeira 11-5 and Mason 20-9. This Tuesday they played Milford and won 10-8. They play again on Thursday against Kentucky Country Day School.
Last week, our Braves softball team won at home versus Madeira 10-8. They then beat Marymount High School on Tuesday in a very high-scoring game, 21-12. Shout out to sisters Zoe and Landry Glenn on combining for 3 home runs on the day. They also played at Finneytown on Wednesday and will have that score next week.
Our track team was part of the Deer Park Invitational this past Tuesday and dominated with the boys and girls placing first, with the boys scoring 173 and the girls 144. Seniors Jack Gerber, Grant Sapitsky, and Luciano Cilario and Ian Kincaid getting first place in their respective events.
Well, that's all we have for this week. Good luck to those athletes, and back to you guys in the news desk.
Keep up the good work, Braves.
Indian Hill HOSA students went to Toledo, Ohio last Wednesday for the state competition. Congrats to Isaac Kim for getting third in his event, Brandon Yang second, Daniel Choi second, and Alyssa Kerr earning third. Great job to all the Braves who went.
We're so excited to celebrate our student artists who earned accolades in the prestigious Governor's Art Competition. 7 IH students had 13 pieces of their artwork selected to advance to the state judging round out of 674 entries from Southwest Ohio. Special shout out to 4 Braves who received state level recognition: Vivian Jenkins, Alistar Wu, Jiming Gu, and Janisha Rana. Great job, Braves.
Congratulations to our winners of the Big Pitch, Ardisha Thurwani and Grace Zhang.
And surprise, we had 2 winners, so congrats to Arpad Lalament and Michael Miller as well. Great job to everyone who participated, and thank you so much to Indian Hill Foundation for graciously sponsoring this competition.
We are thrilled to invite you to the grand opening of the newest addition to Indian Hill High School, Blooming Braves. Join us May 13th for the ribbon cutting ceremony and see the impact of the IH Foundation's Brave Day of Giving.
All right, Braves, that's all the news we have for this week.
Be sure to follow us on X and Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, and email us with any school updates.
And remember, stay classy, Indian Hill.
What was your prom experience like?
My prom was amazing. I had so much fun. I went with my first love, a German foreign exchange student. Junior year and senior year, and after prom was the best, so everybody should go to after prom.
This is Caitlin Schertz. Okay, who did you go to prom with? I went to prom with Rob, I won't say the last name, I think I was a sophomore, and he was a junior. And I had such a terrible time because
Many hours later.
Okay, Mrs. Schaefer.
Life of the Party, 1999. I do not remember anything about my prom. I'm sure it was really fun.
Am I here with?
I'm Mr. Van.
Okay, who did you go to prom with and how did you ask?
Oh man, prom, I went with Sarah Block, and I think someone asked her in chemistry class.
Oh, okay. So you didn't like make a sign or anything?
No, nothing big, nothing romantic, just a friend situation.
Got it.
I was the prom king, actually.
Wow, congratulations.
I like your shock. That's classic.
Well, so I honestly don't remember how I asked either of my dates my junior or senior year.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
I did happen to go to prom as a youngin' when I was a sophomore. I do remember how she asked me.
How'd she ask you?
Very cheesy. She threw me a football and said prom.
Yo, Chase, go long. Nice catch, too.
Not my name, quarterback.
Very cute.
Very cute.